Did you know that similarly to a cat, Jamie Fraser has a 9 lives prophecy? Something that the Outlander TV show left out from the books is that while Jamie is studying in Paris, he comes upon a fortune teller who tells him about his own mortality. While the events of this take place during the timeline of the Virgin's novella, we actually do not learn about the prophecy until book 6, which is A Breath of Snow and Ashes. Chapter 10 of A Breath of Snow and Ashes, Jamie is having a memory of meeting with the fortune teller, and what she tells him in particular is, you have a 9 in your hand, and death. You'll die 9 times before you rest in your grave. Sometimes dying doesn't hurt, she'd called after him mocking, but more often it does. A couple chapters later, you see him and Claire theorizing on how many of those lives that he has actually used. They come up with 5, which is ironic because there are 5 books that take place before this conversation. The way that I keep count, by book 9, we are actually on and see his 9th death. Of course, say this with the caveat that Claire brings him back after the 9th death, but I believe she brings him back as something different. A resurrection of sorts. If you analyze the books and every time that Jamie was near death, you were to discover that after all of these events, his powers seem to be stronger. He dreams more. He has more visions. He's physically changing, and he even talks about it and mentions how different he feels. I mean, shit, by book 9, the color of his aura has actually changed from red to water, and I think at the end, blue. After Claire brings him back in book 9, she's talking about how he smells different. He's talking about how everything tastes different. He's hearing differently. He's able to hear bees buzzing by the end of this book. For me, the logical explanation for this is that every time he is being healed, his aura is changing. And every time that Claire heals him, she is giving him a piece of her soul and a piece of her blue light. The reason for that is because every time that he has one of these experiences, his powers are growing and he is getting closer to the space between. It is no coincidence that my theory of Jamie's ghost at the window of Inverness is when he briefly dies on the battlefield of Culloden, accessing the space between through Master Raymond and astral projecting to that scene. I believe that Claire's entire purpose is to save Jamie so that he can fulfill his ultimate purpose, so that their souls will be merged together and that she will use her power to bring him back from the dead and resurrect him as something more important. Just follow the comment that this video is tagged to bring you back to the video that really expands on that. So here are what I think are the 9 lives of Jamie Fraser in no particular order. Number 1, the snake bite on Fraser's Ridge. You could argue that Bree was a part in saving Jamie because she used the snake's fangs to make a transfer for the medicine. However, the night prior, Claire physically kept him alive and healed him using her blue light power when they were in bed together. Number 2, when Leary shot him. Number 3, the flogging. Claire did not have a part in that. Obviously, she did not heal him that time. Number 4, Dougal hitting him in the head with an axe. Number 5, his injuries after the Battle of Culloden. 6, the events at the Abbey after Wentworth Prison. 7, the events of the first day they met. Several things there. Number 8 could actually be a crap ton of different events. The near drowning in Jamaica, his near hanging, the Battle of Saratoga when his was almost slit, and then number 9, King's Mountain, where he actually dies. This one is tricky because I believe that this is actually his 9th death from the prophecy. That's why I say that I think he is reborn as something different. That being said, if we don't include any of the instances in the 8th death section, that could mean something very different, such as his death in book 9 was actually number 8, and we will see him die for the final time in book 10. Personally, I can't deal with that, so I'm just sticking with my own theory here.